Hi everyone, Kim here, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of SmartFox TV. Enjoy!
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chris Yates, and this is national and international news. So we're going to start off in California, in San Francisco. Someone broke into the zoo overnight and stole a ring-tailed lemur. The 21-year-old endangered animal is not like your typical cat or dog. It requires very specific care for its well-being and survival. You can't just feed it cat food. So in an already hectic world, we don't need lemur napping added to this. Let's bring back Maki, the lemur home. Around the world, heat records are being broken as last month has become the hottest September on record. This is the 44th straight year that the month of September has shown increased temperatures, and it's looking increasingly likely that 2020 will go down as the hottest year on records. Keep in mind these records go back 141 years. It's getting warm. In Utah, a hiker got the scare of a lifetime as a mother cougar, probably annoyed at the fact that the hiker was trying to take video of her cubs, decided to aggressively stalk him for nearly 6 whole minutes. Smartly, the hiker kept his eye on the cougar and was eventually free of the cat, but this serves as a reminder, wild animals are wild and it's best to keep your distance. In Poland, a massive bomb dropped by Britain during World War II has exploded under controlled conditions. The bomb, known as a tall boy, weighed 12,000 pounds when dropped and is believed to have been used against a German ship. As everything was controlled, no one was hurt by the blast, but I'm absolutely sure it was cool to look at because it was a giant bomb blowing up in the water. So in more sciencey news, researchers have discovered that people with type O blood have a lower chance of contracting COVID-19, as well as a reduced chance of severe complications from the disease if they get it. On the downside, people with A and AB blood types have shown the exact opposite. They've shown that they have an increased chance of severe outcomes from the disease. I'm hoping that researchers can use this information in developing the vaccine because we could sure use one soon. Wrapping up the news this morning, in an increasingly rare joint effort, space travelers from the United States and Russia successfully reached the International Space Station in record time, just 3 hours, using a brand new fast-track maneuver. The travelers are planning to conduct experiments in biology and will be on the station for 6 months. I'm Chris Yates, and this has been The News.
It's time for another round of true or false. The male seahorse carries the young. Penguins propose to each other by singing. Baby elephants self-soothe by sucking on their trunks just like human babies with thumbs. Most birds cannot swallow food without gravity. Hi, this is Sally Feng, and welcome back to Today in History. So, October 15th, we've experienced several different events. In 1783, François Pilatre de Rosier made the first manned flight in a hot air balloon. He started by letting out at 82 feet, and later he climbed to 6,500 feet. In 1878, Thomas A. Edison founded the Edison Electric Light Company, and in 1950, President Harry Truman met with General Douglas MacArthur at Wake Island to check on the UN progress during the Korean War. In 1966, Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale established the Black Panther Party, which was an African-American socialist political group that started in the United States. In 1990, although the Soviet Union was known as a strong communist power back in the day, the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev actually won the Nobel Peace Prize Award for ending Cold War tensions by allowing nearby nations basically start going away from communism and go towards democracy.
Some of the traditions of the American high school experience include football, basketball, and soccer games, baseball and softball teams, and track and field. A track and field member can proudly wear their varsity letters as a symbol of rising against odds and making it through their high school sports. The equestrian student athletes are not as common, nor are they often acknowledged within their high school sports program. It is important for all athletes to have the opportunity to compete in interscholastic sports. This includes equestrian athletes. Today's equestrians have more opportunities than before. They are now able to compete thanks to the United States Equestrian Federation's increasingly popular high school equestrian athlete program. The equestrian athlete is the person or horse rider, while dressage is the schooling of the horse. The term dressage stems from the French word for training. By definition, it is a systematic approach to training and athletically conditioning the horse by gradually schooling the animal through a series of gymnastic-like movements at progressive levels. The USCF High School Equestrian Athletic Program began in the fall of 2009 and was born out of a growing number of high school students who wanted their sport of choice to get the same recognition. Quote, "Parents have told us that school systems don't understand the training and dedication that is involved to be an equestrian athlete, and there is often no recognition for these athletes within their school systems. We felt we needed to start something to give all equestrian athletes the acknowledgement they deserved," states Malcolm from USEF. The harmony between a horse and rider, the art of classical riding, called dressage, is centuries old, with roots traced as far back as 4th century BC. The earliest work on training horses was written by Xenophon, a Greek military commander, from around 400 BC. The two partners, horse and rider, have careful insight and cooperation rather than coercion of force. Through dressage training, nearly every horse can be improved and molded into being happier, safer, and more reliable. The horse and rider execute intricate patterns and transitions from one gait to another that flow like a dance. Sometimes this dance is set to music, which is why people often describe dressage as a beautiful ballet on horseback. The harmony of the unspoken language between the horse and the rider and the pursuit of perfection and unity truly elevates dressage from mere sport to also an art form. Dressage as an art form has been preserved in its purest form and performed in its finest tradition by the famous of the Spanish riding school in Vienna, Austria. Dressage is a passion, a lifestyle, and often a journey of self-discovery. Success in dressage demands true self-discipline, attention to details, and a sound work ethic. It involves developing a profound awareness of your own body in relation to each move. The horse, each level builds on the previous one. Each movement is scored by a judge on a scale of 0 to 10, where they have to pass certain tests. The difficult levels incorporating multiple tests within each level, and each test is a series of movements. Personality and character and temperament are important when it comes to the rider and the horse. Temperament is often used in the wrong context. Many use the word to describe being with a horse from the ground, such as the behavior within the stable. This should be secondary to the temperament of when you're riding the horse. Then there's the size of the horse to the rider and the ability to learn the movements. The 4-beat walk, 2-beat trot in diagonal pairs, and 3-beat canter are examples. If you are interested in the sport, first, you must be honest as to yourself what you want from dressage. What level do you want to ride at? What level do you think you may be realistically be able to achieve? The answers to these questions will be very different depending on whether you're 15, you're 25, or you're 55. If you would like to pursue the equestrian as a student athlete, first, the high school student must belong to USCF. Log in at least 100 hours of time training and participate in 3 competitions during the program year. If you're currently enrolled in grades 9 through 12 and just now hearing about the program, and you're not too late to get started and earn a letter for all 4 years. The program was expanded to allow the current high school student the opportunity to earn a varsity letter retroactively. Until now, most high school students haven't had the opportunity to letter in equestrian, simply because there are so few schools that sponsor the program. We look forward to the beginning of a new tradition where equestrians are able to earn the recognition they deserve, alongside the fellow athletes and classmates. Thank you to Orion Shayer, one of our students from Method Schools, for introducing me to the sport and art of dressage and sharing her beautiful photos of herself and her horse, Froggy Fresh. Until next time, this is Tracy.
Did you get them all correct? The male seahorse carries the young is true. Penguins propose to each other by singing is false. They actually propose with pebbles. Baby elephants self-soothe by sucking on their trunks just like human babies with thumbs is also true. Most birds cannot swallow food without gravity is true.
Thanks for watching SmartFox TV. I'm Chris Yates.
I'm Kim.
I'm Sally.
I'm Tracy.
Until next time, stay foxy.
Stay foxy.